So today we are going to be talking about digging into Earth. So here is my PowerPoint. So Gwen, what do these two pictures have in common?
They both have layers.
Correct, they do. Okay, so now we're going to discuss about layers. So what do you know about layers?
Each one is different usually, right? Something's different about them.
Yeah. What else?
There's layers in the earth.
There are layers in the earth, correct. So today we're going to be talking about Earth and its layers. So we have 4 layers of the Earth. We have the crust, the mantle, the outer core, and the inner core. So we're just going to go over a few, some information about each layer. So the inner core. The inner core is the innermost geological layer of planet Earth. Okay, it's a solid sphere that is composed mostly of iron, and it is believed to be as hot as 12,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Heat in the core is probably generated by radioactive decay of uranium and other elements. So it is a solid because the pressure from the outer core, mantle, and crust are compressing it. Okay, now the outer core is molten liquid metal. So it is about 8,500 degrees Fahrenheit and is located 1,800 miles beneath the crust. And it is about 1,400 miles thick. It is composed of melted metals such as nickel and iron. Next, we're going to talk about the mantle. Now, the mantle is the thickest layer of the Earth. It's beneath the outer crust. So it's a solid that is capable of flow, like hot asphalt or even fudge, like comparing it to. Now, it is our thickest layer that makes up Earth, making up 70% of Earth's mass. Okay. The hot material magma is in the mantle and it rises to the top of the mantle, it cools, and then it shrinks, reheats, and rises again. So these convection currents cause a change in Earth's surface. So that's why we have mountains and volcanoes and like all kinds of things like that. Okay, now the crust. The Earth's crust is the outermost surface, usually made up of dense solid rock. It is our thinnest layer in the Earth, and it ranges from only about 2 miles in some area from the ocean floor and 75 miles deep and under some mountains. So it's made up of large amounts of silicon and aluminum. The 2 types of crust we have are oceanic crust and continental crust. And it is composed of plates which the continents and oceans rest on. All right, so now we're going to go into some breakout rooms. We're going to have 4 breakout rooms for like 1 breakout room to each layer. But Gwen, you're just going to talk about all of them.
Okay. On paper?
Yeah, well, yeah, just get a small sheet of paper or like a sticky note and just briefly discuss what we talked about in our layers.
Okay.
If you want, I can go up and down. You just tell me which layer.
Can you go back to inner core?
Yes.
Okay. The next one. Okay, the next one. Okay, and the next one.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. So I'll give you about a few more seconds in your breakout rooms. And when you're done, just darken your screen so I know when to move on. All right, you can turn on your screen and we'll go on to the next. Okay, so now we're going to watch this short video about Earth and its layers. Over here. All right. I'm gonna open up this
This
real
is the
quick.
checkers game where grandson and granddad will bond. This is the
Hey there, it's Kaylee. This lesson is on the different layers that make up our planet Earth. Let's see what there is below our feet.
I'm not seeing the video.
Nearly 7,900 of the Earth.
Okay, I'm just
The
gonna skip
scientists have
this
never actually
first
gone
part
to the center of
so
the
we
Earth.
can
In fact,
just
the
go
deepest
straight
scientists
into
who ever
the
drilled
layers.
into the Earth is 5 different layers.
The video isn't showing on
Below
this
the Earth,
It's not?
No.
Dang it. Okay, let me try this again. All right, so I'm gonna go over
tells us that
here.
the Earth
Oh, wait. Let's see. I'm gonna go back to screen share. And screen share this video. Okay, can you see that, Gwen?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Earth is made up of 4 main different layers, which we call the crust, the mantle, the outer core, and the inner core. These layers exist at different depths. We're going to study each one. Let's start with the crust. The Earth's crust is a rigid, thin, and brittle layer of rock, mainly made up of granite and basalt. It is the thinnest layer of Earth. There are 2 types of crust on Earth. The crust that forms land masses like the continents is called continental crust. It is mainly made. The mantle contains 3 layers: the lithosphere, the asthenosphere, and the mesosphere. The crust and the upper layer of the mantle make up a layer called the lithosphere. The lithosphere is made up of thin and rigid rock.
All right, that's all the video I'm gonna show. Go back over here. Let me share my PowerPoint again. Okay. And now we're going to get out a sheet of paper and you're gonna fold it into 4ths. So get it, you're gonna fold it in half and then fold it in half again, just like this. All right. Now you have a quarter fold chart, right? Perfect, Gwen. So now in each layer, you're gonna have the inner core, outer core, mantle, and crust. So if you would just label those, I'll label them with you. And now we're gonna take what we learned from our slides and what we learned from the video, and we're going to discuss small sentences. I'll give you 1 minute. All right, Gwen, do you want to say something you learned from the video or from our slides?
On the video, I learned that the mantle and the crust put together are the lithosphere part of the Earth.
Right, correct. It's an interesting fact. Okay, now let's go on to our models. So, do you have your Play-Doh with you, Gwen? Good. All right, so we have 4 different layers, right? So we have 4 different colors of Play-Doh. So you're gonna want to open the orange one first. Get get out that orange Play-Doh. You can just get all of them out for now, just so we can have them ready. Okay. They're hard to get out. Actually, let's use yellow for our first one. So we're gonna get the yellow and we're gonna get just a small piece and we're gonna make our inner core. So you're gonna get that Play-Doh and you're just gonna roll it into a sphere. Okay. Just like that. So now we have this little ball of yellow and that is our inner core. So now you're going to get some orange Play-Doh, just a big piece of it, and you're gonna flatten it out. So if you have like a table next to you, you're just gonna flatten it all the way out. Enough to where it covers the whole inner core. Yeah. All right, so you're gonna get it and then you're gonna cover it. You already covered it? Perfect. Oh, mine was too big. Okay, so you're just gonna roll it. And then you're gonna get your dark blue color. And this is going to be our mantle. You're gonna get the dark blue and you're gonna do the exact same steps. You're just gonna flatten it out until you get a nice thin layer. Or thick layer, since our mantle is pretty thick. All right, and then just cover it and make it into a sphere because Earth is a sphere. Correct. All right, and then our last layer is the crust. So our crust is this turquoise looking color. Perfect. So you can do the same thing, just flatten it out. All right, when you're done, just lay it on top of all the other layers.
This is fun.
Mhm. And now you have Earth, a model of Earth, correct? Okay, just show your little Earth you made. Perfect. All right, and do you have your dental floss with you, Gwen, or something to cut?
Yes.
Awesome. So we're gonna grab our dental floss. Some nice, good string. About like that. And you're gonna use it to cut your Earth in half.
Okay. Down the middle.
Yep. Perfect. And I will show you the way mine looks. Just like this. And now you can see all of Earth's layers. Perfect, Gwen. So you can see the inner core, you can see the outer core, the mantle, and the crust.
That's so fun.
Perfect. All right, now you can just put all this aside. And then, did you enjoy this activity, Gwen?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, now let's go on to our evaluation. So in the chat box, I already put a link to this quiz, and all you have to do is answer these questions, which are pretty simple. We watched videos over them. We have PowerPoints over them. And then on the last question, which is the model, you'll just label which layer is which. So I will give you a few minutes on that.
The link isn't working for it.
It's not. Let's try this again. Copy link. What if you like, what if you copy and paste it? You think you can do that?
That's what I'm trying. Mm-mm.
Nope. Okay, let me see.
You can just show it and we can answer the questions.
That's true. Okay, let's just do that. Okay. We'll just answer all together then. Okay. The first question says, name the largest layer on Earth.
The inner core?
The largest, which is the
Oh,
mantle.
the mantle.
Yes. Okay. Which layer is the thinnest?
The crust.
Correct. Which layer of Earth is responsible for Earth's magnetic field?
The inner core. Or the outer core.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Which layer is made up of iron and nickel?
Oh, I wrote this one down. The outer core.
Okay, correct. Which layer has a strong convection currents which are responsible for the crust's movement?
The mantle.
Correct. Okay. Which layer is made up of two different kinds of layers, oceanic and continental?
The crust.
Correct. Now we're going to label these. So which, the top label, which would that be called?
Crust.
Correct. What about the second one?
Mantle.
Correct. And the bottom one?
Outer core.
All right. And the next one?
Inner core.
Correct. You got a 100, Gwen. All right. And that is everything. So, okay, I'm going to stop sharing now. And I will stop recording.